Virginia. What's up, family and friends? Welcome to the Woke Nation, our nation of factual truth, where we feel free to share knowledge and spread the knowledge of factual truth without fear, without favor, and without faint, where we encourage us to live our lives and live it well through the knowledge of factual truth because it is our lives. And personally, I encourage you to enjoy your life wherever you are living. Let no one rob you your life again. Your life is not what is written, is beyond that. Your life is not from any God or from anyone. You are the life. And you were born to live, explore, and enjoy your life. So, welcome. I'm sharing with us today on what I titled Ownership Tax. Ownership tax. Ownership tax. When you go to store to buy like shirt, some store, every item there has a tag, the price tag. They put it there. So when you see it, that's the price of the thing. The thing the price that the price is on can't do anything about it. So, but you are not like a piece of clothing. You are not like a piece of jewelry. You have a say. You can change whatever situation or condition you find yourself in. I always say it, that's why you have your two legs. You can walk away from that condition if you cannot change it, or you stay there and change it for better so you can live your life well. Uh, and this is mainly for awakened Africans or for woke Africans, those who are no longer religious, those who are no longer spiritual, but are now more human than ever, living their life humanly. Yes, we have trashed religion, we have trashed spirituality, or we have trashed belief systems. But there are certain tags they are still hanging on us. Like you still hear some of us saying, celebrating birthdays and all that. Those things are tagged. They place on us, limiting us with names, limiting us with some beliefs, limiting us with some culture, limiting us with some tradition, limiting us with some faith. But now you know better. You ought to live better. As I always say, if you are woke, don't be ashamed of whatever you are doing. You are doing that, go ahead and do it. Don't be ashamed of it. Before they tell you that using charm or voodoo or atema or juju is wrong. How about using guns? That one is right. Something is not right because the society say it is right. Uh, because what is right to you may be wrong to the other person, and what is wrong to you may be right to the other person. The main thing is it working? That's what I always say. When I hear our people rise against like Okite or rise against voodoo or disappear and appear, certain things, you know, the main question I ask, is it working? If it's for defrauding people, I'm against it. But if it's for improving people, if it's working, okay. If Okite only work for people living in abroad, but not people living in our village, it is wrong. So whatever works should work for us in our villages and in abroad. So now that you are woke, cut off the ownership tax placed on you from birth. And when I say from birth, it started with your parents. That one that dedicated you to certain gods that have not seen. They sworn that this is where they will raise you without your consent. They name you without your consent and all that. So they place it on you, and also the ones placed on you by slavery institutions like religion, spirituality, school system, or educational system, banking system. They have a lot of tags. Even some of them are in words we use, like the word God, the word love, the word faith, the word hope, the word humility. the word fear. You know, those words are ownership tags that when you are using them, you don't know you are supporting their system, but you think you are just, it's a mere word, I'm just using it. Oh no, when I say God, that, I don't mean the God of the Bible. God is God. It doesn't matter whether in the Bible or outside the Bible. It's bullshit. It's a fairy. God never existed. It's a slavery word too. So no matter how you try, you say you are God, you are saying you are useless. You are cursing yourself or you are insulting yourself. You are not. You are both God. You are not a fairy. You are not a fiction. You are not a fairy tale. You are real. So stop claiming those useless tags they created for us. Many of them. So the question I will ask you is, who are you? Because that is one of the most deadly or dangerous or evil tag they place on us, telling us who we are not. And we grew up believing that's who we are. Teaching us who we are not. And we grew up believing that's who we are. Because we are slaves as a people. I'm talking about Africans, us. We, the Africans. We, the black people. We are still slaves. So most things we claim to be our culture or tradition or name or title, all of they are slavery stuff designed to distract us and keep us away from ourselves. When somebody tell you that you are a creature and you have a creator, that person has destroyed your life, because that person is telling you don't care about yourself, don't try to know who you are. So who are you? Are you a creature or not? I am not a creature. Creatures don't have life. And I don't have life. I am the life. So I am above creator and the creatures. Both creator and the creatures, they don't have life. No. Like God is the creator. God is lifeless. There is no God anywhere. And people that claim that God created them, they are creatures. And they go about calling every other thing creatures. They look at animals, they are creatures. They look at the trees, they are creatures. No, they are not. They are living beings, just like you. We and them are part of the nature. That doesn't make you above them or them above you. No. So you need to know who you are. It's not who they say you are. It's not who they wrote you are. It's not who they thought you are. You need to know yourself. Your parents don't know you. No one else know you. The only person that can know you is you. So know yourself. You don't need to go to any school to learn about yourself. You don't need any man or any woman to teach you who you are. You are the only one that can find it out. You see those dreams you're having, those visions you're having, those revelations you're having. They are natural things. They are all your thoughts communicating to you. Your thoughts are yours too. You know yourself better than anyone else can. They can guess. They may nearly get it, but you are the only one that can perfectly get it. Know yourself. When you know yourself, then you will stand for yourself. You will not put any God before you. You will not put any man before you. You will not put any woman before you. Who want to be a second-hand class or second-class person or second-hand person? Who want to be second? Don't you want to be first also? So, for those of you that will claim that somebody is choosing to be above you, to be your king, to be your president, or to be whatever title they put it, does that person have two heads? Try to make that person to be under you and see if that person would allow it. When it comes to nature, everything is mutual. If I must bow before to you, you must bow to me too. If I must greet you, you must greet me too. If I greet you, don't greet me, I will never greet you again until you pay me back for the one I greeted you. Then I will try to see. But I will try this time. You have to be the first person to greet me, not me greeting you. and you were waiting for me to be bowing to you. So you are not a creature. They lie to you in the Bible. They lie to you in the Quran. They lie to you in the Torah. They lie to you in school. They lie to you in that spirituality or religion where they taught you that you are a creature and there is a God that created you. But this God, you cannot see this God because it's a spirit. You are not a spirit, and the spirit cannot create nature. Nature cannot be created nor destroyed. Who are you? Know who you are. You are not who your parents say you are. You are not. You are not what your people say you are. You are not. Know yourself. The reason why they want you to believe the nonsense they design for everybody to believe is for you to also be under their control. They are controlling us. So now we are knowing better as woke Africans. What do we supposed to do? Continue that circle or cut it off? Cut it off and drop off every garbage they place on you as they own you. You are their creature. You are their servant. You are their slave. You are their messenger. No. For those of you that believe you are choosing to be giving messages, choosing to be giving messages, do you have two heads? Why can't that person or that thing that is choosing you to give messages deliver the messages directly to the people? But that's part of the slavery institutions they place. And you see many of us believing that nonsense. Somebody you knew when he or she was born, now telling you he's Ezemo or he's Ezemai. Then you have to be going, hey, tell me what is happening. I want to do business. Will it work? This person do this. Blah, 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 blah. That's what we are in. Another question I will ask is, what is your name? Have you checked the meaning of your name? Have you asked why your parents gave you that name? For example, my English name is Shadrach, or we call it biblical name, but it's a slavery name, right? But it was not given to me because it was in the Bible. It was not given to me because my father read the Bible and saw Shadrach there and gave it to me. No, it was given to me because my grandfather was Shadrach. And because my father did not see his father, he decided to name me his father's name. But there's one more thing that made him name me that name. Because his father was the one that, according to this, said, was reborn. That's me. I am his father. That's Shadrach. You know, in those days, when you give birth to a child, you go and consult with those that have the ability to see who was born again, and they will tell you. Remember, they give you, it's like a hint they give to you, but that doesn't mean they know you. And that's why they want you to continue going, giving them something for them to tell you. Before you don't pay for those things. You only show appreciation after the whole thing. But today they charge you. Okay, you have to be bringing it. Okay, you come back. You know, since we born this child, he has been doing. Okay, this is who this child is. Did they ask that child? No. And sometimes they beat that child into accepting whatever name they give to that child. But what is your name? Your name most of time shows your parents' dreams, your parents' vision, what your parents want, or what their desire for you, what they want you to become in life. But without asking or finding out who you are and what you really want to do in life. I didn't say what you want to be in life, because you are human in life. You cannot be anything else. Yesterday, today, and tomorrow. You are who you are, human being. You are not God. You cannot be God. Okay? So understand that they gave you that name. And that is why they hold you down with that family sentiment or family entitlement, or some people call it parents' entitlement, because they are the one that name you. Whoever name you is your owner. When you buy a dog, you name it whatever you want. Who named the dog is the owner. So when they name you, it is a tag of ownership. They own you. Just like the same way when you believe you are a creature, now they place that tag that you belong to God. God own you. Child dedication, child baptism, child confirmation, and you continue from there. Now today you will say, nobody forced you to be a Christian. Nobody forced you to be a Muslim. Nobody forced you to be spiritual. No, you were forced by your parents. They name you. So when you say nobody forced you, it's like saying nobody named you. They name all of us. They force us without our consent. Or you say, no, when your parents took you to that church or that religious organization for dedication or for whatever they're doing, did they seek you for your consent? No. Why? Because they concluded you don't know anything better. But it's supposed to be temporal. So when you grow up, you make your own decisions. Name yourself and do what you ought to do. Because you continue. Life is not temporal, as they tell you. You are not more. Let me say it this way, because it's English they used to mess us up. You are not mortal. You are immortal. But they want you to believe there is a God who is immortal, who created you to be mortals. You see that? But they lie to you. They deceive you. And it's unfortunate that most of you buy their ideas and you don't want to engage your brain, think for yourself. There's no solution outside you. Every solution is with you. You can solve whatever mystery or problem they created. Because in nature, there's no mystery. Unless you don't want to know. That you don't know something doesn't mean there's no other person that know it. But what all this distraction or this tag make you be like, oh, because I don't know it, nobody know it. See the lies they have been teaching us. There was a time people don't believe, metal can fly. Everybody believed that until some people or somebody be like, no, it can fly. We can make it fly. We have that ability. Because when you said, you don't know, but you believe, you have stopped trying to know. Yes, some of them scare you with what you don't know is greater than you is a lie. What you don't know is above you is a lie. What you don't know is calling for you to know. There is need for you to know it. If you don't know, dare to know. Don't conclude and swallow whatever they said and say, okay, because I tried, I didn't know. No, nobody know it. This is how it will be. And that's what makes religion or spirituality evil indeed. Because they tell you this is the way they find out. You have to be going that way. No, there's more other ways you can find out. So that it will help you to cut off yourself without having guilty conscience, without having fear of the unknown. You cut off all those ownership tags, those things that is not benefiting you at all. Whether it's accepted by your family members or by your community members or by your town members or by your country people, whoever it is, doesn't matter. You have to cut off those things that doesn't benefit you, those things that burdens you, those things that weigh you down. You have to cut them off. It doesn't matter who is involved. Stop destroying yourself with all those family blackmail they will come up with, or those societal blackmail, or religious blackmail, or emotional blackmail they will come up with. Oh, with some of them with tears. No, you have to know it is your life and you have to live your own life. Once you are born, you have no connection with your parents. Because this is another thing that keep us suffering unnecessarily. Had it been you supposed to continue having connection with your parents, the umbilical cord will remain in place. The reason why they cut it is for you to live your life, so she can have another one also coming out. That's how we are born to live. Is there any cord you see connecting you to your father and your mother? No, it has been cut off. So how about the tags they place on you? Remember, naturally, that umbilical cord connected you with your parents, right? But it was cut off immediately you were born. So immediately you matured, you're supposed to cut off all those ownership tags over your life, telling you you have a God, telling you this is what you will be. We name you this. That's all you were like. My parents named me in Igbo, Afamefuna. Even when I was a Christian, I changed it. I said, it could not fear. What do you mean, Afa? Who tell you your name will get lost? I changed it to Chinemeremi Yenile because a girl called me that. A little girl, I know when she was born. Everybody was calling me, oh, Afam is back. She said, no, his name is not Afam. His name is Chinemerem. That's how because in those days when I was a Christian, any wars or anything happening around me, I try to, interpret it and try to choose the one that I like. But now I found out, no, I know better now. I'm no longer a Christian, I'm no longer a believer. I am above whatever they name me. I'm above Afamefune. I'm above Shedrach. So I've decided I will change my name. What is my name? My Igbo name, Akamchuku. Akamchuku. Akamchuku Nile. Then what of the other Ebubedike? That's the main one. That's who I was, and that's who I am, and that's who I will be, Ebubedike. So understand that. Now the next one I will talk about is marriage. Another, I think this is the more serious ownership tag, especially on women. This ownership tag was placed on women. It's not they're trying to make it it's not, no. A woman don't own a man. It's the man that own a woman in marriage. That's the purpose of marriage. Marriage is slavery. You can argue all you want or all that, especially women. A woman, let's say a woman come now arguing with me, saying, "No, what do you mean? Marriage, it works for some people, it don't work for some people." That's stupidity. If marriage is not slavery, it will work for everyone, and no one will be forced into it, and no one will need to change his or her name. But look at it. Start with the ring. Many of you don't even know the history of the ring you are wearing as a married person. Initially, it was only women that wear the ring because men pay bride price. Men bought them. That's how marriage it is. That's why you see today, when a woman want to propose to a man, to many people, it's a taboo. You don't do that because in marriage, it is the man that must what? Propose to the woman. But marriage, whether you say no, you are people we are practicing it before white people came out bullshit, is slavery. And the reason why they make you believe that is for them to justify their lie that your ancestors were practicing slavery before they came and enslaved us. So if your ancestors were practicing slavery, show me where your ancestors enslaved white people. Because if they have been practicing it, they would have enslaved white people first before white people learn it from them and use it against them. It's like saying your ancestors had a weapon of mass destruction before white people came. But these are the things they have brainwashed you to believe in. Just as they brainwash you despite your level of education, PhD holder, whatever degree you are holding or diploma you are holding, you still believe that a drink, that's a juice or wine represent the blood of Jesus. And the bread or biscuit represent the body of Jesus. The educated, though, elderly people too, yeah, they're practicing it as the truth, and they're teaching it to their children, teaching it to others. The ring you are wearing, ring is a sign of ownership. That's why also in slavery they use it as what? A sign of authority, commanding you to do what they want. Some people call it signet. Ring. In those days, when a king remove his ring and give to somebody, that person represent that king. When you see that ring, you must bow. Do you see in Roman Catholic Church how they make people kiss the bishop ring, the pope ring? You see black people traveling to Rome to kiss the Pope ring because it shows mastery. It shows I own you. And most of you that are married, is it not the man that bought the ring? Unless now you see some rich lady or hardworking lady, bringing the money for the man to pay for the whole thing to marry them. But it's a shameful thing that people love slavery or like to be enslaved, just as women like to be enslaved in marriage. Or a wife is a slave. Somebody you marry. That's why people say that Chinwenwa Ebudi Loria. The God that owns a woman is the man that paid her bride price. That the man that did all the tradition demand to marry her. That becomes the God who owns her. But you will say, no, it's not like that. But it is true. That's why in marriage, a man can decide to give away his daughter to whoever or to the highest bidder. Because you don't know again also that marriage is a business. And men were using it to enrich themselves or to pay their debt. But think about the ring. You say, no, it's not marriage, it's not slavery. So why are you wearing ring? What is the meaning of the ring? Originally, it was only women that wear the ring. Only women. At least read their book, you see what he said. When he's talking about divorce, it's the man that can divorce, not the woman. Because the man is the one that paid the thing, not the woman. The woman have no right to divorce. The woman have no right to revolt. The woman have no right to speak. You don't know that. That's why they tell you even in their church, because it's a slavery institution, a woman is not permitted to speak. But you see how they are trying to change it, but you cannot, because we still have the original teachings of your religion. So no matter how you try to change it, we will keep chasing you, showing you this is the truth, because truth don't supposed to change. But if you say that your truth has changed or it's reversed, that means it's not the truth, it's a lie. That's why it has versions. So the ring you are wearing proves that marriage is what? Slavery. That means you are owned. They place that ownership tag over you. Who is your husband? That's the main thing they ask. Then when they want to ask a woman, he said, who is your husband or who married you? So when you ask a man, who is your wife? He said, who is your slave? When you ask a woman, who is your husband? He said, who is your master? Is it not why they call their husband masters? And they tell you that Sarah called Abraham what? His Lord, her Lord, her owner, master, her master. And the woman has been subjugated. Both men are confused so that they accept it as the way of living. I married you, shut up. You're supposed to know that you are just like a piece of furniture here. It's true. Because he paid for you. When a man marries you, meaning he bought you, he purchased you. You are bought at a price. Your life is not your own. So glorify the Lord. The wife must glorify the husband, whether she likes it or not. In marriage, the husband is always right. Also, how about the change of name? The same way your parents gave you name, your husband also will do what? Change your name. Okay, that's in marriage. Your parents name you, whether you like it or not. The same way, they know whether you like it or not, the name of your husband, you must bear it. It's a must in marriage. So no matter how they try to change these things to make us forget what it is actually, no, we will not do that because we are honest. When you say you are woke, it means you are honest. You are against injustice. You are against tyranny. You are against evil. You are against all these tags they place on us. The things that are not natural, we have to let them go. We are nature. We are not spirit. We are nature. We are not God. We are nature. We are both God. So understand or know who you are and know why you are doing or using or saying what you are saying today. So whatever they taught you or whatever you are born into, if you engage your brain, you begin to find out whether that thing works for you or not. There is no sensible person that will tell me marriage works for them, unless you're talking about men who are in control of everything, or some women also who is in control of everything. So whoever is controlling or in charge in slavery is working for them, just as your money is working for the pastors. But it's not working for you when you give it to them. When you give it to God, you have lost that money. You have wasted that money. It's a huge waste. So understand why you change your name. You woman who said, don't talk to me, I'm not your housemaid. I'm not a slave. I'm your wife. Yeah, you are his slave. If you are his wife, what is the meaning of wife? Tell me now, what is the meaning of wife? Married to a man, sold to a man. A man bought you. You are a property. That's what you are. Oh, I read one time they said this lady in Nigeria, she finished her education. She's working in an oil company, so she got money. She got no need in this world. He said the only thing she needs now is marriage. No, she don't need marriage. Marriage will destroy those things she built. And many women are suffering that in Africa. Before they married, they were living their life well, having everything to enjoy, until the family members begin to mock them, begin to insult them. Oh, you have this. Even people she helped, you are not married. All this, see, you have boyfriend. Where is your husband? Show us your husband. Eh? And instead of, well, maybe trying, if you feel like, I've seen some women do that in America here. You feel like you want to have a baby, but you don't want to marry. Yeah, look for a man that can impregnate you. You have that baby with the man's consent, not you stole the baby or the pregnancy, not you hide the pregnancy. No, you tell the man, even before you guys having sex, I want us to have children, but no stranger attached. We are not married, okay? Even some well-to-do women don't want you to even bring anything they will use to take care of those that child or those children. They have what it takes to do that, and most time they do that better. Because even nature will teach you that. Have you seen natural, even animals? Have you seen them abandon their young one like that? No. Check it. It's mostly female because they are the one that do the last push. So, but when you don't know why you are into something, because majority of people or the whole world accepted it as the way to go, you are side with them, you support them. And when somebody like me comment on your post or comment where they make such posts, instead of you to engage your brain, have a rating, you just start arguing, even without tangible proof. You will say, yes, you are right, but no, if I'm right, you don't have to put but. You are right, full stop, boom, okay. Then think. If you have any superior argument or if you have facts to back what you are saying, you present it. Don't see it as competition. Oh, he's coming to show us that he know it all. That's bullshit. And if you still have that mentality, I don't think you are woke yet. I don't think so. Another thing I want you to remove from your life is this nonsense many people keep talking like life is a gift. Life is not a gift. You are not a gift to your parents. Your children are not a gift to you. Children are not gifts from God. Life is not gift from God. No God gave you life. No man gave you life. No woman gave you life. Nothing gave you life. You are the life. You are the nature. You cannot be created. You cannot be given, and you cannot be destroyed. You are a living being, born to live, explore, and enjoy your life. It is your life. Whether you take it as they claim, like in suicide or not, there's nothing different. Nobody will punish you because of suicide. Nobody. No. It is people making up all those things, scaring. You want that person to be alive. but you don't want to take care of the person. If the person can die, let them die. So they'll be born again. Death is not a bad thing. But that's the nonsense they have heaped on you. You think life is a gift. You know? I want you to know no one gave you life. You are the life. And life is eternal. Life is not temporal. Yeah, I'm talking about your body, this body. This your body is forever, it's eternal. That's why it changes. The reason why you die and be born again is to show you for that life to is forever. It is not temporal at all. So you don't know you don't know what happens when you die because they taught you away from it. They taught you away from your truth. They didn't let you to live because they say you'll be wide. They see they have fear. You'll be wide. If they let you, you'll be wide. You'll be misbehaving. Who tell them that? The same way they say if you don't have government, there'll be chaos, anarchy. It's a lie. Have you seen anyone that have lived that life before? No. But in the antiquity, our ancestors lived life like that. They enjoyed that life. They had no jail. They had no boundaries. They had no army. They were living natural life until those evil people break their fear. Life is not a journey. And life is not temporal. All those nonsense they taught you about life are part of the ownership tags that hold you down, confusing you. You don't know yourself. You may try to know others as they claim they are, but how about yourself? Know yourself. Especially when you are suffering. Does that person have two heads? You see the clip I shared where I was crying in the aeroplane. Somebody asked, what happened? I've been saying that, but let me say it again. It happened when I was watching Black Panthers, Wakanda Forever. And I was thinking, after I saw the France airport, Nigerian airport, I saw the huge difference. How things are running smoothly in their country, but in Africa, it's not so. Even where you think something is working smoothly in Africa, when you go there, it be so tiny thing. But when you go to their own, very huge, everything working well. They have things working. The electric light is steady there 24/7. Things are working, and I begin to think, we the black people, we have all these powers, yet these people are enjoying life than us. I began to shed these tears. And he says, we are nature. That's why we are suffering. They came against nature, destroy nature, and see nature suffering. Africans, when you're talking about nature, you're talking about yourself. You are not like animals like them. You are not like them at all. Know yourselves so that you can live better. If we don't know ourselves, we will not wake up, we will not rise up, we will not unite, and we will not rise up to restore our powers and recover our heritage. We continue begging them, seeking for their attention because they destroy us, they killed us, they stole us, and leave us to be beggars, depending on them, seeing them as our God, seeing them as our Savior. Look at what is happening. Look at the sports every weekend. Black people, we don't supposed to be competing with white people in sports until we recover our heritage. It's not a plain field at all. It's like this. We are down there, they are up there. And they don't supposed to be so. It's supposed to be us up there and then down there. They did not even let us be down there. They keep stepping on our head. They want us to be like how many billions below in the ground. They don't want us to rise even to the level of their food. They don't want it. But look at us as slaves. We are even defending them. We are standing with them, worshiping their God, accepting their bullshit. accepting their civilization, abandon our own civilization. And we know better, we do better than them when it comes to civilization. When we were civilizing the world, we never enslaved anyone. We never forced anyone to change their language. We never forced anyone to change their name or to bear our name. But look at where we are today as a people. You are owned or bought at a price. That means you are not yourself. You cannot be a slave and be yourself. That's be free. You are not free. In marriage, no woman is free. No woman. No matter how they pretend, they can come and be showing you pictures. I see that my lousy younger sister that is start working now, making some money and running her mouth against me. She says she's a landlady, but I found that she always take picture only outside the house. Or those, the husband is not the one or herself that build the house. It's the husband's brethren that build the house. They are there to manage it, but she claimed to be landlady. Okay, maybe what belongs to her husband, brothers, belongs to her husband. So she's landlady. But why she don't take picture inside the room? Because it's not yet furnished. What am I saying? You see, some people, because they have certain things, you see them bragging or showing off. But how about the other one? They won't show that one because they don't have that one. Some people today, you think they're against the rich people oppressing the poor. No, they are waiting for them to also have so they can oppress the poor too. And they are called the poor, oppressing the poor. So it's like the flood that come and wipe away what you have farmed in your land. That's how they are the poor, oppressing the poor. So if you are owned, if you are bought at a price, if somebody paid any price on your head, you are not free. You are not yourself. That's what it means. When somebody say you are not free, it means you are not yourself. It doesn't mean you are not in prison, physical prison. You are not free. That's why when you're married and you are not having a baby, they come to worry you. And when you have a baby, sometimes your children misbehaving, they are mocking you too. Or you're married, they say you don't have a child of your own. They begin to call you barren. They begin to mock you. No, no woman is barren. No woman is barren unless that woman don't want to take in. So a woman that got pregnant and have miscarriage, is that woman a barren? No. That miscarriage saved her life. Because that's another thing they will not teach you or show you. You woman, the reason why you're having miscarriage, and some of you men, the reason why you cannot impregnate woman, is not because you are impotent or because you are barren. It's because you are saving your life. They won't tell you how many children killing their parents or making the life of their parents hell on earth. They won't tell you that. And those of you they mock as impotent or as barren, why are you pitying their children? Why are you pitying their condition? Let them suffer it. Yes. You know they will mock you. So why are you trying to please them? No matter how you try to please them or do anything for these people, they will mock you for not having your own child or your own children. So the money you have, use it to enjoy yourself. Don't give it to them to pay their children's school fees. Don't buy any gift for their children either. Use your money, use what you have. Enjoy yourself. They will mock you. When little thing happen like that, yeah, that's your brother, that's your sister, we rise up and begin to mock you. So you have to prepare yourself. I prepared myself a long time ago. When I consider my life and the type of family I was born in or the world I came in, people suffering unnecessary. No, I don't want to have many children. Never. Even when I had the one I had, and because we are having issue too. Sometimes when we're having sex, I say, please don't conceive. That's what I'll be saying inside of me. Because that's my power. I have that power. Please, I don't want to have children because people are running their mouth and I'll be suffering. No. Just like people telling you get married, they won't tell you what goes on in marriage. Then after they tell you it's part of it, God will do this. That's why you see many of our people, trooping to the church or to those people lying to them about miracles that doesn't exist. How about siblings? That's another one. Most siblings has become dependents to their fellow siblings because that's how they were raised. They put that ownership tag, and they think that you owe your siblings. No, you don't own your siblings. You don't owe them nothing. You owe your siblings nothing. They respect you, respect them. You don't owe your siblings anything unless you borrowed from them. But if you do not borrow anything from them, if they did not sell their land to help you, you don't owe them anything. You are not their parents. You are their siblings. Then if you have, it's not only your siblings you help whoever that is in need. I say in need, not those that who pretend to be in need, not those professional beggars, not those professional misers. You don't know they have more than you, but they still want you to be sending to them because you are living in the city or you are living abroad. But they are living better than you. They are enjoying that your money more than you. It's time you have a rethink and stop this bullshit. Rip that tag they place on you. Take it off. The same way I can take off this because it was put on me. I was not born with it. I can take off my shirt too. I was not born with it. I can take off this too. I was not born with it. It's a tag placed on you. Can remove this too. I put it on. It's not meant to be permanent. If it's not nature, if it's not natural, it's not meant to be permanent. No condition is permanent. That godly condition is not permanent. That marital condition is not permanent. That family condition is not permanent. Even that individual condition is not permanent. That societal condition is not permanent. Change it. You have the power to do that. Change it. Cut that circle. You can end that poverty in your life. You hear what I say now? I say in your life. I did not say in your family, in your community. No, in your life. And it's a shameful thing for you people in this time and age. You still have people that are calling for you to go and fix road. In this time and age, like in my village, you still have people. Oh, the youths are coming to do road work. Where is the governor of the state? Where is the chairman of the local government or whoever is representing that ward or that community? Where are the people elected or appointed or chosen to be the leaders there? Oh, they are there just for them to have title and have enjoyed their life, but all of you, still suffering. If there is government in the land, why are you calling on youth or calling on people to contribute money for electricity and for security? What is the duty of the government? What is the duty of the king of your village or your town? Will you tell me? But you claim to be wise when you are foolish. You claim to know what you are doing when you are ignorant of what you are doing. The same thing they were doing before you were born, you are recycling it. We want to build civic center. We want to build this. How about those people, those government personnel? How about those politicians? Yeah, shut up, because their religion supports it too. They will call the reverend fathers or the priest or the pastor to come and dedicate it for them, pray over it for them, going around the circle, doing the same thing, and expecting different results. It's not possible. Most siblings today have become dependent, depending on whoever make money in the family. But the cultural or traditional one is depend on firstborn. Whether the firstborn is established or not. You don't owe your siblings. unless you borrowed from them. And your siblings don't own you unless they borrowed from you. If we all can learn to live together, you will see how simple, how sweet life is. It is all this culture, tradition people made up that, especially those old ones, our people have refused to change. At least learn from white people that they are changing. They change their constitution. It's called amendment. They amend it. That's why you see the ones that say no, they don't want to change it. People are against such one. No, you have to change it. Let us accept what was for us, not running the race they set before us. If there is a race we must run, let us be the one setting our own race, not somebody else, not ancestors, not foreigners setting it before us. It's time you cut off and throw away all those ownership tags. There are a lot of them. As time goes on, we keep exposing them so that we keep dropping them for better life. We can live better. According